I'm going to stand my ground, boss. I'm sorry, man.
This is the scene at a homeless encampment as community members and residents push back as police in the city try to remove the 8th and final high-risk encampment on this cold and snowy day. As the snow began to fall from the sky, residents were seen wrapped in blankets, huddled around a fire, refusing to leave as officers patrolled the area.
When the police officers came to move us, I made another choice. It may not be a bad one, and hopefully it turns out good, but I stood my ground. I said I was not moving and I was going to stand.
While the standoff continued for hours, a human rights group went to court in an attempt to stop the teardown, claiming the city and police had breached a court order over how encampments have been cleared in recent days.
The coalition is arguing that this closure today should not go ahead under Justice Davidson's order because of the risk of harm that could result from exposing folks here living in the encampment to cold weather.
They were unsuccessful, saying a provincial judge deferred any move to halt camp teardowns until the group returns to court later this week for their original injunction application, their next attempt to stop encampment closures citywide.
Even if we're successful, they still won't have the housing that they need. They still won't have the safety they need.
As camp residents continued to stand their ground into the early afternoon, an agreement was made with police. Camp resident Ron Cardinal allowing police to clear any garbage and abandoned tents. A bus was nearby, allowing residents to stay warm while giving city crews space to clean up. Cardinal says camp residents and their belongings can stay for now.
I'm trying to meet them halfway and meet them to a point where we can have a discussion. I do have a bunch of garbage here. When you guys drive by, you'd like to see this place humbly looking good and then very, very flourish, right? So when they take this garbage out, I promise I'll keep this place neat.
In an afternoon press conference, police said providing notice to camp residents of an upcoming eviction is creating risk. Because of this, they are considering other measures, including fencing and upcoming cleanups to keep people away.
Some of the booby traps that we've seen in some of the encampments, and those pose real risks, again, to our officers, to the cleanup crew, and I would even say just the general public that may come across an abandoned camp where one of those things may exist.
But for Cardinal, he says he will stand his ground as long as it takes.
I stood my ground, and I'm going to stay that with you guys.
In Edmonton, Laura Krause, City News.